Good evening, my brothers and sisters of all races, creed, and colors. I'm glad to be back in your presence again. And I hope you just allow me a few minutes of your time to express myself. Now, some of you have had a chance to meet me in person. To those of you that have not gotten a chance to meet me, let me introduce myself to you, maybe for the first time. To some of you all, I am known as Prophet Randy Austin. Some of you know me as Reverend Austin. But God himself knows me as Elijah the Prophet. Before we take off any further, let me say hello to some of my friends in Florida. Clifford and Denise Kelly. Julian Young, Ricky, say hello to you all. And myself is going to hope very shortly that I get a chance to meet you all. I'm looking forward to coming to Florida very shortly. But right now I've been a little busy. And to Miss Mary Kay of the White Light Baptist Church, a good friend of mine. I'm saying hello to you too. And Miss Melody Harrison, a very good friend of mine. I hope you all enjoy this, because this is about God. Let me explain to you all. I'm coming to you all out of the Old Testament. But to those of you who believe in Jesus the Christ, I believe Jesus too. I believe in him. I believe in his existence. I never told you once not to believe in Jesus. But where I'm coming from, I'm coming out of the book of Malachi. God himself, the mighty God Jehovah, said, in the latter days, I will send to you all Elijah the prophet. And he told you the type of works that this prophet must do. First of all, he said he will turn the hearts of the fathers back to the children, and the heart of the children's back to their fathers. That's what this prophet must do. Now, I am not here to preach to you all. I'm not trying to get a sermon together. But my job is to work, to do this great works that's put before me. If I am Elijah, if I am that prophet, then that means I must do the works of a prophet. Jesus says, surely, this is what Jesus said, surely Elijah must first come and restore all things. Now I'm here to put everything back in order. That's what I'm here for. And I must make it be known that I am Elijah the prophet himself. God himself called me and talked to me face to face and mouth to mouth. He said, you are my baby. I didn't let nothing happen to you then. And I sure ain't gonna let nothing happen to you now. That came from the mouth of God himself, the mighty God Jehovah. Now, let's find out now, is this prophet that's saying he's Elijah the prophet, is he a false prophet or is he a real prophet? I told you once, and I'll say it to you again, Mr. President, President Barack Obama, I told you that electoral votes did not put you on the throne. But I, myself, Elijah the prophet, call you to be president. And the mighty God Jehovah himself, Mr. President, established you. Now your job, Mr. President, is to go in the direction that God would have you to go in, Mr. President. Because God is the only one, Mr. President, that can make it safe for you and your household, Mr. President. Your first priority, your first duty, Mr. President, is to satisfy your Maker. And he is the one that will make your name great. If God do not protect you and your household, Mr. President, no one else can. If God don't watch over this country, Mr. President, no one else can. Now, just to let you know where I stand, Mr. President, and I want you to hear this real well, it must be known, am I a true prophet or am I a false prophet? And for that, I have a surprise for everyone. Now, I see that the schools are definitely out of order. Too much crime is going on in the schools. It just seemed to me, boys and girls, like you're not happy, you're not pleased, and being able to go and get educated. Well, I tell you about that. It's about time for you to find out, am I a real prophet or not? A prophet makes things happen. He must make you know, is he a real prophet or am I a false prophet? And for that, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to raise my staff, boys and girls. I'm going to pray on this. And I'm going to let you know something within 7 days. Whether I'm going to close the schools down all over the land. I said close down the schools, the education system. That you may know that I don't lie. And God cannot lie. You must find out, is Elijah the prophet back or not? Now I'll tell you who I am. I'm that same prophet that they spoke about in the book of Kings. I'm that same prophet that Ahab, the king, talked about. I'm the same one that Jezebel dreaded sin. I'm that prophet that went by the widow's house and she fed me one day. And she didn't have but a handful of meal in the barrel. I'm that prophet. I'm that prophet that stopped the rain for 3.5 years. And it must be proven, am I that prophet? So I said this. Many things I have did and you didn't know anything about it. But thanks to the peoples at YouTube, God bless YouTube. Bless the peoples that behind YouTube. God bless them. For allowing me this chance, this opportunity to be able to speak to you freely. To prove, am I Elijah the prophet or not? Now I have a staff here. I'm going to raise my staff up over this country. And I'm going to shut down all of the schools. The education system, I'm going to bring it to an halt. That you may know that I am here. That I am Elijah the prophet himself. And it must be known. Because some of you have lost faith in God. Because so many have came to you and told you what God have said. And they could not prove it. Let's see now. can I prove it? Let's see now, am I the prophet that went upon the Appalachian Trail? Let's see now, did God truly talk to me upon the Appalachian Trail? Or am I just another counterfeit? Let's find out, am I a liar or not? I want you to know. You must know. It's time for the truth to be told. It's time for the truth to be proven. If you can't prove it, then sit down and shut up. If I'm not a prophet, then let me sit down and close my mouth. If I am a prophet, then let me go forth and prove it. Because this country and this world is in a trouble fix, and it must be changed. Everything must be turned around and put back in the proper perspective. Do you understand? I love you all. And I wouldn't lie. And I definitely wouldn't lie on God. I'm going to say goodbye for now. But I'll see you very soon. I'll let you know whether I'm going to close these schools or not. But that's my plans, are to stop you now. Talk to you later, within 7 days. Thank you.